and Doctors Without Borders and Amnesty send crypto transactions to Ukraine. So we'll see, this is the first ever crypto finance war. And of course, you can't have that. I can't have millions of dollars being sent around to a nation so they can arm themselves and attack that. Then in this case, it's Ukraine being attacked, right? But the next thing you know, I sent $100 billion to
Very valid concerns, for sure. We have one more question. Your hand was the first I saw here, so make sure to get you.
Hi, all right, so I agree with you for most of the things you said. We're kind of agreeing on a lot of it, but there are two places that I want to offer insight and see what your opinion is on that. The first, I think that there are two projects that are offering solutions to that interoperability kind of disconnect that we have, that like Web 2 does and Web 3 does. I think there's a OmniX and Layer 0. I'm not sure if you're familiar with them, but you should check them out because they really are solving the interoperability problem we have. The second point is, you said that there is no such thing as like a DAO really, or that the use of the term is inaccurate in describing what it's trying to describe. I think that there are where it's not 2 or 3 wallets that have 8% of the supply. So I think that there's a centralization component of it that does really exist. And I'm curious to see your DAOs, because there are examples where it's totally decentralized, their assets are totally decentralized. There's good examples, I won't give them because it could go into too much depth, but there are examples of like asset losses over DAOs.
What I meant when I said they don't exist, I didn't mean they don't exist, I mean they don't exist in law.
Okay.
I said that there's no, we have in law the concept of a natural person and a legal person. And neither of them can be detached from human identity. Even behind the legal entity is a person who is ultimately responsible and goes to jail. If you don't know who to send to jail, then you have no accountability.
Right, so how do you address it with the DAO?
How to address it with the DAO? So the most interesting thing, I've been a consultant to institutions for quite a number of years, also for the European Central Bank and some big international banks, and the most important result in regulatory terms is that the European Union came out and said, we don't know how to handle this. We want to ban unhosted wallets, but we have no way of doing that. We want to ban transactions above $1,000 from centralized exchanges to decentralized exchanges, but there apparently are 5 million transactions a second happening on just Ethereum. So how do we do this? So they realized that they have lofty ideals of the ideal form of regulation, but there's technically no way of implementing it. They're not enforceable. Many of the rules that are now being discussed are simply unenforceable. So what the EU said